No, Women Wednesday is one of my favorite days of the week. That's for show, because we get a special twist on that unique perspective that women bring to many things. And Natasha Leaf Hamilton is going to be joining me here in hour two to try to fill Frankie's shoes. And the markets, as we speak, it's just after lunchtime. Dow is up 135 points. Bitcoin is not making any recovery at this point, but at 8,300, there may be an opportunity here. I don't know, but as I told you last week, do not listen to anything I say, ever. I'm not a financial advisor. I give you my opinions on things, but for the most part, I'm drinking alcohol, sometimes exaggerating it, but usually having a sip here and there. So don't take any financial advice from me, but when I do something, I tell you what I'm doing, and you can decide on your own if it's good for you, and educate yourself and be aware, suitability, blah, 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 all that stuff. You can hear this broadcast in Spanish as well by pressing the SAP button on your television. But all disclaimers have been said. And you know what? We usually have this guy on Money Mondays because he's one of our money men, Mike McHale. He's the guy that you go to when you want to... you got a great investment property, and you got maybe another opportunity, and you want to get your hands on some cash on a good, clean mortgage transaction, and Mike makes it happen. And the main thing with a lot of this stuff is you want somebody who will tell you no fast as much as they'll tell you yes fast. Because if they tell you no, then you go seek another opportunity. But when they drag it on for 2 and 3 months and then you're all screwed up, you'd rather be told no. Mike's a straight shooter. That's why we bring him on Liquid Lunch. He knows where the rubber meets the road. And he's at the East Coast Mortgage Brokers Convention Symposium down in Atlantic City. And I believe Mike McHale is joining us now by Skype. Hey, Mike, how are you?
Good, John. How you doing, pal?
Bro, everything's good. I know how these things go. And the superstar like you're right in the middle of everything. What's the big buzz now that Trump is keeps telling the Fed to lower rates, and you guys are right in the middle of that lending where people want to get access to money. That's what you do for them. What's the feeling down there at the AC convention?
Well, it's great. I mean, these conventions are great. It allows people to see, new companies that are out there. It allows companies to exhibit like us. There's a couple of conferences that we're doing this year. There's a lot of them down in AC. What's happening with the rates is great, but it's, we all know it's not going to last forever. With us in the private lending sector, as we discussed a couple of times, our rates are not attached to, LIBOR and prime in the market the way normal rates are. So our rates don't fluctuate the same way normal rates do. The market doesn't really affect us the same way it affects, what's called conforming or QM lenders or QM loans. So we're in our own world kind of when it comes to private money lending.
So I see you're at the convention, and I know, aside from all the great products and programs that Stratton Equities has, I see you doing some really nice promotion there. Is that the Stratton Equities? Is that the Stratton Equities Shield and Sword? I see. Is that the company brand right behind you?
That's a warrior princess right there.
Ah, I see. Well, apparently you guys are going to war every day on behalf of your clients to try to get them access to the best programs.
Absolutely.
And a lot of people came back to me, Mike, after the last time you were on and said, hey, I like when you talk to that guy because he's kind of just saying it in language I can understand. And you're like a regular guy. You're a success story as an entrepreneur. But let me just ask you this. Do you think the economy under Trump is part of the reason people are going out there and buying investment properties and needing to finance more, and access to capital is up because of the president?
I don't like to get political in any of my interviews or anything that I do, but yes, I definitely agree. I mean, the market's doing phenomenal. Even us with hiring, companies who are hiring, a lot of companies down here trying to hire will have when rates are as low as they are, John. Almost anybody can do mortgages right now. Like if you're a loan officer and you're working for a mortgage company, people are busy, the phone's ringing, people are refinancing. So, due to the rates being as low as they are, the economy being as low, as amazing as it is, and so much liquidity in the market, we have so many buyers in the market. People are buying up nonstop. I mean, we're completely flooded with business. Almost every single mortgage company, whether you're QM, non-QM, private money, fix and flip, hard money, they're literally all, extremely busy right now due to just how well the market is doing, of course, because it adds a lot of things. Rates are low, people have money, there's liquidity in the market. I mean, the biggest thing is inventory. People are dying for inventory. there's so many buyers that there's so little, I'm sure you know, inventory of good properties to even buy. There's more money than there are properties.
So
right
there's
now.
money chasing property right now instead of property owners chasing money. You think there's so much available. Hey, Mike, let me ask you this. Just so the regular Joe or Joanne watching at home, they're thinking about starting a new business or something, and they got this, 4-family apartment building that they inherited from grandma, whatever it may be, and it's worth $1 million, and they want to get $200,000-300,000, 30% loan to value to start a new business. Decent credit, good property, paying rent. How long is it going to take that person to access money approximately, and how much are they going to get charged?
It really depends on the program. And again, that's what we talk about all the time here. Programs. Stratton Equities is the widest range of programs under any one roof. So if one thing doesn't work, we have other programs for people. The rates can go anywhere from 5% and up. Your closing time can go anywhere from 7 days to 30 days. It really depends on the program. And a big thing, like I like what you said in the beginning, what we do here, we say no up front or we say yes up front. We actually probe the deal. We do some underwriting up front. We don't just say yes, come in, send your docs in, pay for an appraisal, go through the whole process, and then just at the end, just to say no. If we can't do a deal up front, John would tell you we can't do it up front.
I think, Mike, and that's one of the things, I don't just let every Tom, Dick, and Harry come on my show and talk about their products. I'm more interested in you bringing your expertise to our audience and learning the little ins and outs. And the important thing that people have to realize is it is more important for opportunity cost and everything else. Just have someone tell you, hey, no, this isn't for me. And then you have to find another option than getting your hopes up. And I appreciate that about you, because a lot of companies, they go out and they hammer people and they hit them for some upfront appraisal, blah, 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 blah. And then they tell them later no, and the guy's out 700, 1,000, 1,200. It's terrible. So
or more.
Yeah, I'm being nice. But the bottom line is this, folks. Mike, I want him here every week when we have Money Mondays, because we're talking about money all the time. And this guy he's in the cash business. That's what he does, cash and collateral. And but today he's in AC. He's surrounded by experts from all over the East Coast and the country, probably. And Mike, thanks for giving us your insights today and giving us some time on Liquid Lunch. And we look forward to seeing you when you get back.
Absolutely, John. It's always a pleasure. Thank you very much.
That's Mike McHale from Atlantic City at the East Coast Mortgage Brokers Association. And Stacey Alvarez is going to join us in just a little bit. She's an entrepreneur, and she's also a interior designer, and she'll be on next. And Natasha said that there was some interior designing in my future, so Natasha agreed to stay around and fill in for Frank an hour or two. And we're going to hear what she sees in my future, and then maybe Stacey Alvarez can tell me how I could put that into practice. And you can see right before your very eyes how an intuitive guru takes information and it gets processed by a human and put into practice in my house. It might happen right here on Liquid Lunch. But all that great stuff, the more important stuff that I like to talk about every day is the formation of people who are sick and tired of government and politics and the whole game. And I talk about it every day. I talk about my purple people, and I talk about the people in the middle, because when I go around America, I travel, I'm in the streets in New York every single day. It's supposed to be so progressive. And when you talk to people, no one's 100% red. No one's 100% blue. You could be for some reds and for some blues. You could be fiscally conservative and socially liberal. On Liquid Lunch, we don't care about things like weed, great. Gay, great. We're flying the rainbow flag. I know LGBTQI. We got the whole thing here. It doesn't matter. It's practical people who care about our country, who care about our country's history, and we want to live in a united society, not a divided society. I always feel like those are the purple people, the practical people. And there's a reason why these two other idiots, the right and left, don't want a third party in the middle, because that's where the majority is. It's in the purple, and you can make it another color if you want. I don't care. But that's where the base of America is. That's what we're trying to build every day here. Can we go to the three-shot? Can we go to the three-shot, Stevie? Look at that. When we made up, oh, you can't see it. Widen it up. Just going at it this way. Widen it up. I want to show the audience at home the whole wall here, because you may not see it much longer. Go ahead, spin it. I don't care. Cut me out of it. There we go. Look at that. Okay? That's what we care about on Liquid Lunch. It's America, and it's all the people that are in the middle, the practical folks, not these zealots that are trying to keep us divided. I call them the purple people. You call them whatever you want. But we're going to keep calling them right after this.